Hey to my 12 followers. That's not too bad. It's not like I've done anything special to earn more views, but a couple of you did give me some useful feedback. Someone complained about the background noise, which was my bad because I left the window open like an idiot. So, hopefully now my audio sounds a little more polished. Someone else decided to nitpick and complain that I dyed part of my hair when I said I didn't dye my hair. I'm talking about when people completely cover up the white. I'm still showing the white proudly. A little blue highlight isn't suddenly concealing my non-Geno hair. Also, it's IOPAC blue. Like, I'm showing my pride in my employer. White and blue is their whole thing, and it's also my aesthetic for obvious reasons. Nothing says slick tech like white and blue. And you know what? I feel sorry for those people who are so ashamed of being non-Genos that they hide it. Look, the only thing that makes us truly different from anyone else is that we were born under different circumstances. The treatment we undergo gives us all the same genetic fix, and all that behavioral stuff we're stereotyped to have, I think, only comes from how society treats us. It's got nothing to do with being a non-Geno, and everything to do with people having a problem with it. For anyone new, my name is Cannon, and I'm a non-Geno who got past the barriers of being one, and I now work at the Institute of Process and Cerebration, which you all probably know better as IOPAC. I think science is the best thing in the world, and I just set up this channel to share some of my opinions about the progress of technology, maybe some stuff about society, and a bit about myself and my work at the most amazing company on the planet. Or, well, I hope. Work's been, Anyway, I'm checking in to say that I've been having a rough day. I'm worried I'm not doing well enough at work right now, and I feel distracted, and I think my boss noticed. I'm probably going to get a scolding at best, fired at worst. None of that I want to deal with. It's stupid. I've had this weird thing on my mind that I'm probably overthinking, and I saw something kind of bonkers. I need to stop thinking about it, or I'm going to keep getting into trouble at work for not paying attention. It had to do with this woman I saw, an off-gridder, but I've never seen one before. Hold on, my chip's ringing. Have a sponsor.
As your child gets older, how can you make sure they find successful friendships and connections? It can be hard learning to socialize in person by trial and error, and failure comes with real consequences. But not with BuddyBot. BuddyBot is programmed to simulate a real child that will interact with your tot. This mini drone is able to project a hologram friend, so no one gets hurt. And Buddy can withstand whatever your child may throw at it. With its sturdy and slick design that comes compact, if your child is making poor social decisions, Buddy will be there to gently correct them and guide them through proper friendship protocols. By the time your little treasure is ready to meet the real kids, they'll be a friendship champ. And don't worry, BuddyBot will advance with your child, so it will be ready for any stage of their childhood. If you order a BuddyBot within the next 30 minutes of this ad, you'll get a 10,000 credit value for just 7,000 credits. Search the IOPAC Assistant Droids for BuddyBot to get yours now.
Must be 18 or older to order. BuddyBot is not intended to replace human interaction. Read the BuddyBot manual thoroughly before purchasing. IOPAC is not responsible for misuse of BuddyBot resulting in symptoms relating to AI codependency, separation anxiety, social withdrawal, anthropophobia, rhabdophobia, psychological stunting, or misbehavior. Ask a psychiatrist if BuddyBot is right for you.
And I won't get any fines? Alright. I'll do that. Bye. Oh, the ad's over. That was just something about a purchase of mine being rejected, and I needed to resolve that. Cell chips interrupt at the worst times, don't they? Heard it was like that ever since the first old handheld cell phones. I'm glad we don't do that anymore. The risk of theft, losing them, breaking them, and costing so much money, and getting quickly outdated every couple of years, and needing replacements. And before even cell phones, phones weren't even portable. It was a whole nightmare where you could only do phone calls at home, or you'd have to find what was called a payphone in order to make a call from somewhere out in public. You'd have to usually go in a closed-in booth where who knows who else touched the phone, and pay with physical currency to make a call. Yeah. We're lucky our chips stay with us no matter where we go, and we all have a right to the latest updates. And if we want more than the basics, we can pay for extra for added features and upgrades, which will always be up to date as well. I don't really need all the fancy stuff that comes with the FIP chip. The basic fib has treated me well. If there's one thing we learned about history, it's that the quest for convenience is never-ending and ever-improving. There's so many things these days that don't need to be physical anymore. No flimsy bills or heavy coins, not even plastic cards. All it takes is a flick of the wrist and whatever we want is ours. Within reason, of course. You can shop automated or manually, but never have to deal with a human worker who's more likely to mess something up. I mean, yeah, glitches happen, like with what I was just dealing with, but it happens a lot less, and it's easier to track so it can be fixed. Maybe I'm weird, but I prefer going to the store and picking out items myself over having drones deliver everything. I like having a choice over what I buy. Avoid getting those weird fruits, you know? Oh, what about books? They used to use paper for those, wasting a lot of trees in the process. We nearly wiped out the amount of trees we needed to survive comfortably. But since then, they've made leaps and bounds restoring forests and building cities and towns in more compact ways using alternative materials. You can thank scientists for finding a way to make lab-grown materials that could be used as a replacement for wood. I like the design of books now. Sleek. Just one screen, and you can have more than one together in the same tablet to save on space. They might not be printed these days, but some collectors still have old paper books. I suppose for the same reason I like to go to the store myself. IOPAC is incredible. To think a little neuroscience lab would not only change the world, but become the leading manufacturer of our most advanced and day-to-day technologies. All because Dr. Francis Harrell discovered the ultimate link between our mind and tech, giving us full control of devices with just our thoughts alone. Sure, there were some ways for technology to read our brains, but never with such precision. Life was so much worse without the F-16 Universal Chip Ordinance. Our health wouldn't be monitored all the time to ensure our safety. We'd have to depend on all sorts of things that would be really easy to lose. We'd have to take all these extra steps for things like forms and making purchases. I know I keep gushing about IOPAC, but you have to understand they were my whole childhood. I was obsessed with anything IOPAC related, and I wanted to be part of their crew so bad. Anyone who appreciates science would know IOPAC is the best place for it, and I adore what science has done for us. Science got rid of the mosquitoes that would specifically bite humans. Science gave us flying public automated transportation. Science helps correct our faulty genetics. We wouldn't be here today if IOPAC didn't step in during the Great War towards peace. Oh, the world is united because IOPAC broke us down to our cores and found our consciousness, which is the most scientific word for the soul. And once we found the element that made us human, there was no more need for war. Yes, we must remember the war and how important it was to our history, but we must know this so that we never do it again. And with the chips installed, the more problematic parts of the brain that are often linked to prejudice and violence are disabled, so we as a species can evolve beyond primitive instincts of fear and rage. We're the best we've ever been as a species, and we can only go up from here. It's hard to imagine how far the future will take us after all we've managed to achieve. If the Mars terraforming project works out, the possibilities of humans living on 2 planets makes it an even wilder thing to think about. I hope what I'm talking about is interesting and not just me saying what everybody already knows. I'm not trying to get popular or anything, I just wanted to know some people were listening. Well, talking helped with my nerves a little, but I'm still really nervous about work. If I get fired from IOPAC, my life is over. There's nothing else for me. I'd just be a fixed income loser who doesn't contribute to society. Sorry I'm being dramatic. I'm sure there are other jobs I could do, but it's going to take a long time to recover from losing my dream job. I mean, it's not exactly my dream job I'm doing right now, but I'm at least working for IOPAC and have my foot in the door. I'm just training algorithms. It's a really simple job that doesn't take much thought, but it's still important. I'm making more efficient systems in detecting distress. At least for now I am. Oh boy. It's time for me to sign off now and get ready for work. Wish me luck.
Don't trust the road? Why not try the sky? AirTran is an automated system that provides the safest option for moving around. You can choose whatever works best for you, whether that's shared transport in our Skybus or a more private experience in our Skypod, which can carry up to a party of 4 and land at any address. All flying vehicles are part of AirTran, so you don't have to worry about bad drivers or endless construction. With AirTran, you can soar above the congestion and reduce scheduling delays in style on the Skyway. It's just 5 credits for a Skybus Day Pass and 15 credits to call the Skypod. Please note that prices may fluctuate depending on how busy it is and whatever events may be occurring on your route. You can learn more on our app. Find an AirTran stop near you to take to the skies.
This is Bullet Hawks, Head Supervisor. This recording is in regards to Worker 819, Cannon Gun Barrel, in the Algorithm Improvement Department. Cannon, do you know why you're in my office?
I think so, sir. I've been a bit out of it.
Did your prescription refill?
Yes, of course.
And your testosterone levels, are those alright?
Last I checked.
Then mind explaining why the distractions?
It's nothing serious. I think I've just been overthinking lately.
Do you suppose you've been gaining a tolerance to your refills?
You know, that might be it. I'm not usually like this, I swear.
Look into it. In the meantime, we can't have you working your current department.
Am I being suspended?
No. Tell me. You wouldn't call your current job very interesting, would you?
Well, of course it is. It's important work.
You don't need to lie to me. The work of an algo nanny like yourself is tedious, repetitive, and boring. It takes a certain kind of mind to do the job.
I could do better.
And you will, in a new department. One that will be more interesting and keep you focused. Don't you think it's time your talents were put to better use? Come now, be honest.
Well, yes, I guess I feel underutilized.
Then that's the problem. I think I have just the project for you, and if it suits you, you'll get an increase in pay.
What? Seriously?
I am very serious.
Well, what department is it?
Follow me.
You're going to keep me in suspense?
Is that an issue?
Well, no.
I've gone over your application and considered your interests. I think this job will keep your attention and make you feel like you're accomplishing something great.
Because I screwed up?
Because you are not being used to your full potential.
You think I have potential when I'm just a non-Geno?
Just a non-Geno. We don't use that kind of language around here.
Oh, sorry.
You must remember our entire race used to be non-Genos, and they accomplished many great things.
When you put it like that...
I've seen your brainwaves. You think a lot, and in complex ways. It's no wonder you can't pay attention to a couple of buttons and a screen all day. You need to be making theories, testing hypotheses, taking notes.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
This is amazing. It's the next step in mind innovation.
And you want Me to be involved?
Tell me a reason why you shouldn't be that isn't about being an Angino.
I
Our new collaborative Therapet app today.
I can't.
There you have it. Don't question a good thing.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Anyway, are you excited about the upcoming reveal of IOPAC's newest project?
Oh yes, I'm always excited for whatever new comes out of here.
Any theories for what it might be?
I'm not sure. It's hard to imagine what can be more advanced than what we already have. It wouldn't even surprise me if it was some way to make us immortal. I can't think of much else that would improve our lives.
There is always room for improvement.
You're not implying I'm going to be involved in this project, are you?
Oh, no. I'm actually the one who's going to be involved with the presentation and maintenance of our new wonder. This is just small talk to pass the time.
Yeah, should have figured.
Don't worry, where we're planning to move you is still big. Here we are.
An animal test lab?
Not just any animal test lab. This is the dream department, where we are developing a way to record dreams like film and to improve sleep quality.
That's amazing!
I told you you'd be interested. Now, over here. This is the subject I want to assign to you.
A rat?
A very special rat. You see, the other animals here have mostly instinctual dreams. Feeding, playing, running, foraging. The occasional stressful dream, here and there perhaps. But this rat here is plagued with nightmares with strange imagery that we haven't been able to place. I want you to observe him and try to figure out what these nightmares are about and why he might be having them.
What's his name?
See how that mark on his head kind of looks like an A? Because of that, he was named Aristotle.
Hello, Aristotle. I guess we're going to be lab partners now.
You'll be briefed on how to perform for the next week. Welcome to the Dream Team. End recording. This is Bullet Hawks making a private report on Cannon Gunbarrel. Cannon's quality in his work performance has shown some concerning decline. He has been showing signs of stress since 3 days ago, when a spike in his brainwaves was detected, and the monitoring algorithm worked to administer a diversion. But his mind has not settled much since, having the occasional spike in adrenaline with indications that he is putting his mind to work over anxieties rather than his assigned tasks. Testosterone levels are fine, medication is in order. Current attempt to regulate his mind is to give him work that will occupy it more. Something interesting and engaging. He's one of those sorts that have many thoughts at once and they are prone to boredom, and boredom becomes anxiety. If this new work doesn't settle him down, I'll have to consider having him speak with a counselor to make sure he's not dealing with some kind of trauma. Cannon is not what I'd consider a very standout employee. He quietly does what he's told with a childish sort of fascination. Not what I'd call a truly scientific mind, but just another fanatic, fed on the algorithm's encouragements to be a dedicated worker for IOPAC. I don't see him making any significant achievements, but he may make a significant discovery thanks to the task I assigned him. Much of the work is already done. I'm just giving him a little push to finish it. End report.
On February 22nd, something big is coming from IOPAC. Tune in at noon on Utopia Broadcasting to witness the reveal of what will be the most advanced technology in human history. We've waited since the dawn of the computer for this day to come, and it's finally here. So don't miss it. Be a part of history as IOPAC presents to you Nano Free! The human race is about to ascend.
Aristotle's Apocalypse was written, edited, and produced by Bald Dumbarat. Cannon Gunbarrel was voiced by Bald Dumbarat. Bullet Hawks was voiced by Yesterday Rama. The BuddyBot ad was voiced by Roman. The Airtran ad was voiced by Shiraxalon. The news announcement was voiced by Echo Glider. Background announcement voices by Bald Dumbarat, Zen Ligereep, and Sonic Suns. Artwork by Howl Art and Bald Dumbarat. Ad music and device jingles composed by Bald Dumbarat. IOPAC Company jingle composed by Iceberg. Aristotle's Apocalypse theme by Panoink. Thanks to freesounds.org for sound effects.